Hey guys, Ron Gielok here, and I'm super excited right now. I'm with my friend Lisa Torres, and I wanted to do this exclusive interview with her today because Lisa has just been crushing it, killing it, everywhere that you see it, every in her network marketing company and affiliate marketing. She's at the top of the leaderboard, and not only that, I'm seeing that. The overwhelming majority of the company leaderboards are being taken up by her team. So she's also seeing incredible amounts of duplication. I'm really impressed with you, Lisa.
Thank you.
I gotta say, and Lisa has some impressive credentials, your results, which is why I wanted to do this interview with her. She's actually had over 700 people join her team or join something with her in just 9 months. And Lisa's a social media girl. She's mainly doing this on Facebook. You guys that are watching this interview, I mainly teach Facebook as well. I have some impressive results too. But I mean, to be quite honest with you, Lisa, you're really trumping me. Social media. So I want to know what you're doing too. So I've got some questions for you. I hope they don't pry you too much.
Okay.
Me and my audience, we really want to see what you're doing, what you're up to. And first, I just want to say thank you so much for agreeing to spend some time and invest some time with us today. I know you're super busy, so I really appreciate you, and thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome, and thank you for inviting me to hang out with you and your people today.
Yeah, absolutely. How's it going over there down in Atlanta?
Oh, it's Hotlanta. That's what it is. I can't wait for the weather to cool down so I can enjoy some cool weather, boot weather, scarf weather, stuff like that. So I'm excited.
Okay, yeah. Well, we're not quite there yet, so let's go ahead and heat up this interview.
Yep. Let's go.
So the first thing for those that may not know you, may not have heard, your story, and I'm a little bit new to you as well. I've known you, I guess, for a couple of years now. But can you kind of give us a little bit of your background, and share your story with us up to, getting up to this point and with these results that you have?
Yeah, absolutely. Where do I begin? Okay, so I started in the network marketing space when I was 19. So we're talking 26 years now. And for the first 18 years, I struggled. I made $20 literally in those 18 years. And I was doing a lot of home parties and three-way calls and harassing friends and family and, hotel meetings and going to networking events, collecting business cards, buying leads, cold calling leads, the whole 9 yards. And nothing worked. Nothing worked. And I think it's really because I didn't have skill sets, right? If we want to be successful in anything, right, not just network marketing, affiliate marketing, whatever it is, if you want to be successful, you have to have skill sets. And that's one of the things that I was missing. And so it's one of the things that a lot of people miss. They're just trying to figure it out without having an actual blueprint from A to Z on actually what to do. So fast forward to 2007 is when I got laid off from my job. And that's the moment that I made a decision to never work for somebody again. And I never did. So I've been job free for 9 years now. I turned to YouTube, and YouTube is where I started. So I started doing videos on YouTube. And, it's just been a wave up, and then I had some waves down and some waves up and some waves down. So it was like kind of a little journey. But I did create a full-time income up until about maybe 2013. So I was making about $2,500 a month to $3,000 a month, fluctuating right in between that number. And I was doing that consistently for all those years, which was great because that was a full-time income. It just wasn't enough for me and my family and what we were trying to accomplish. So, when you're stuck, you're stuck. I say that all the time. So I was stuck in 2013. Then I made a shift because what it was that I kept marketing, but I wasn't prospecting. And if we want to have success in this industry, you have to do both. You have to create your marketing little monsters out there working for you, your little robots working for you 24/7. And while they're working for you 24/7, you have to be connecting with people. And that's where Facebook and social media comes into play. I struggled for so long offline because I didn't know how to network with people and I was afraid to talk to people. But Facebook just makes it so easy for you to just connect and engage and have that conversation with, a real conversation, not a scripted conversation, but a real conversation with real people. And so when I started doing that, literally everything just changed.
Now, Lisa, you said something, really, really interesting, that, you're going to have your active strategy and then like your passive strategy going on at the same time. I guess that sounds like it was YouTube.
Yes.
For you. And I agree. I think that's really easy.
Yeah, it was actually YouTube, and then I started blogging in 2008.
Okay.
So it was a mixture of YouTubes and putting my videos on my blog and just doing SEO, search engine optimization, and really trying to get people that were looking on the internet for, what I had to offer or, whatever. So I was making sure that I positioned myself in front of those people when they went to the search engines to search.
Yeah, that makes sense. I didn't know all that, that SEO stuff. I just started making videos too, and it worked out for me.
I didn't know SEO in the beginning either. I didn't learn that until like a year after I turned to YouTube.
Okay.
But even in that first year when I knew nothing, I just started shooting videos every single day and putting them up. And that was the social media back then. That was our social media platform. All we had was YouTube. We didn't have Facebook and Twitter and this and that. We had YouTube. And then it was MySpace. So I was kind of hanging out in both spots.
So Lisa, I hear like a lot of leaders say, like just do one thing, like just talk to your friends.
Oh yeah.
Or just talk to your warm market, ask for referrals, right? And I like that you have like kind of like this two-pronged approach. Why do you suggest, like active prospecting and one method of passive marketing?
Yeah. Well, passive marketing, in case anybody's whoever's watching now, in case they're wondering what passive marketing is, really what that means is you are creating a piece of content and putting it up on the internet, such as a YouTube video, such as a blog post, and you're putting it up on the internet and it's there forever. Okay. The content is there forever. And just think about this for a second. If you did that for a year straight, one time a day, you have 365 pieces of content out there, 365 videos, 365 blog posts, right, within that whole year. And so by the time the next year comes, behind you, you have 365 pieces of content working for you 24/7, even when you're sleeping, generating leads on autopilot and sales on autopilot. Okay. But, and when those leads come in, that's great. But most people don't call their leads. Most people don't take their email address and plug it into Facebook to see if they can connect with them on Facebook. That is where active prospecting comes in. Because it's not just about, let me generate a lead and hope that they buy, right? No, it's about generating a lead and connecting with that lead, whether it be through email, whether it be, trying to find, taking their email and trying to find them on Facebook, or whatever the case, calling them, right? Because sometimes they leave their phone number too, calling them and having a conversation. That has to happen. And the reason why I like that better than going out there and I'll give you two scenarios, for example, going out there and buying leads, right? You don't know these people. They don't know you. They've never heard from you before. I remember when I used to do that and I used to cold call leads. Pretty much everybody used to either hang up on me or tell me it's the wrong number or curse me out or whatever, or say they never opted in. It was like a living nightmare. So I wasted so much time and money doing that when I, with YouTube and blogging, I was generating free leads for free for targeted people who were actually looking for what I have. Okay, so that's the difference. And like I said, the active prospecting, excuse me, the active prospecting is important, because you can't just generate a lead and let it just sit there and wish and hope and pray that they buy from you. Okay. I mean, you can. I'm not saying that you can't do that, because there's a lot of people that don't want to call their leads, and there's a lot of people that don't want to do that. And that's fine, but it's going to take a little longer. If you want to move faster, like I've moved faster, and like I get my team to move faster, you better be picking up that phone. You better be plugging their email inside of Facebook and connecting with them. Okay. So that's one scenario. The second scenario is, I was having a conversation the other day with one of my coaching clients who said, oh, you know, I've been going out and connecting with people on other people's fan pages, or I've been going into groups and trying to connect with new people. And I'm like, well, listen, how many friends do you have, first of all, on your own profile? She had 3,000. And I'm like, how many of those people have you reached out to and had a conversation with?
Wow.
Right? So here you are going out trying to reach out to new people when you already have 3,000 friends. You need to start from there. That's number one. Number two, you have people sending you friend requests wanting to connect with you. But you're going out wasting time on other people's fan pages and inside of groups trying to find new people when they're coming to you and they're already there. So why not work with what you already have?
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, the people that are requesting you and the people that already know have some level of trust. They're somewhat warm.
Exactly.
Cold calling people or starting up that relationship in groups, which can work, but you know, it just takes a lot longer.
Yeah.
And you know, Lisa, I know we're going to be doing that a live webinar here shortly. So if you guys are watching this interview right now, I'd love for you to register by clicking the link on this page. You can go ahead and register for the webinar that me and Lisa are going to be having, where she's actually going to, you know, be diving a little bit deeper into her process and how and what she says to people, and give you kind of a, you know, 1,000-foot view, her overall process, and then dive a little deeper. Lisa, I'd love for you, if you could just give us like a little bit of a taste of that. Say, you know, like, what is, you can pick either one of these, like, what does your process look like? You're kind of like your daily routine, or, you know, I think there's a lot of fear around prospecting, even people that you do know. So what's something simple that people can say can kind of help them get results quickly?
Yeah. Well, I'm going to talk to two different types of people with this answer. The first person is the old Lisa type. The old Lisa didn't have a budget, okay? She didn't have a budget. She didn't have extra money to invest in an assistant, right? And so she did everything herself, okay? So I'm going to be talking right now to the people who don't have the budget to invest in, you know, some kind of help, right? Because there's a lot of tedious things that we do inside of our business that take up a lot of time that we really should not be doing. We should be outsourcing it, okay? So I'm going to talk to those people that don't have the budget first, and then I'll talk to the people that do have the budget and kind of paint that picture. So the people that don't have the budget, obviously you have to do everything yourself. Period, end story, right? Because honestly, you have to pay for your business to grow one way or another. It's either going to be you're paying with your time or you're paying with your money. Okay? So if you have no money to invest into outsourcing, then you have to do everything yourself. And if you have, like, let's say a full-time job or whatever, and you don't have enough time to get everything done, well, then that's the type of person that needs to condense. See, that's when we talked about picking one strategy, right? One strategy, mastering it, and going out there and absolutely crushing it, right? So let's use video, for example. Let's say the person says, you know, I want to start doing videos. I have a full-time job. I only have an hour or two a day to work my business, and I don't have extra budget to outsource, you know, all the things that I want to do in my business, but I just don't have the resources to do it right now at the time. So what do? my suggestion to them, to those people, is to, for example, if video was your thing that you wanted to do, then you better learn everything you can about videos. You better learn how to, what to talk about in your videos, the call to actions in your videos, where to put the link in your videos, put SEO on your videos, where you're going to syndicate the videos. You better know everything about doing videos, because that's all the time that you have to do, and you have to do it all by yourself within an hour to 2 hours a day. Okay, so if that's all you had, then that's all you need to do, right? And so you don't even have to worry about Twitter and, oh, I need to do this and I need to go on this social platform, because you will drive yourself insane. Okay, so one strategy. Now, on the other hand, I'm going to talk to those other people who, maybe they have a full-time job and they have the extra money to outsource, right? But they think that they have to do everything themselves. Well, those people are going to write down a list of the things that they want to do. And I always coach my clients and I tell them, listen, take out a sheet of paper, write a line down the middle. On one left of this, the left side, put my tasks. On the right side, put outsource, right? And then on the my task section, write a list of all the things that you want to accomplish inside of your business, whether it's doing maybe Facebook marketing, chatting with new people, connecting with the people that are, send you friend requests, videos, blogging, SEO, like write everything down that you want to accomplish in your business. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take you're going to take a pen and you're going to draw an arrow to the other column. And you're going to point that word, let's say it's, creating images for social media, let's just say. So you're going to take that sentence and you're going to draw an arrow to the other column, because that's what you're going to outsource.
Yep.
That's what you're going to outsource. So you need to take that off of your plate and hire somebody else to do that for you. Okay. So that is really where I would tell people to start. Okay, so whether you have the budget or you don't have the budget, you can always start from somewhere, and that's a great place to start. So I hope that answered your question.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you give people a greater insight into your process there, and I know you're going to dive even deeper this on our webinar with what we have coming up. So I'm definitely excited for that. And I guess I just have one more question for you, and I guess this is related to fear. And guys, just for registering for our webinar, I'm actually going to give you one of my script books that I've used to sponsor over 400 people using a very similar process that Lisa's talking about, prospecting on social media and on Facebook. So for registering for our upcoming webinar, I'm just going to give you that as a free gift, so you can be even more equipped to just succeed and crush it in your business. But Lisa, what do you tell some of your clients and some of your team members who may be struggling and need some help overcoming fear?
Get over it. I tell them to get over it. Unless, I tell them to hold on to fear if they want to fail. Keep holding on to it if you want to fail. If you want to succeed, just let it go. Let it go and let it be, right? Let it go and let it be, because once you let it go and let it be, the universe will take care of the rest. So they have a choice. Fear is a choice, right? You can either hold on to it and embrace it, right? And hug it and love it and just, this is what it is. I'm fearful and I'm going to keep this fear in my life. Or the other decision is to, this fear is holding me back. I got to let this go and just do it and just let it go and just start doing things that make you feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So I'll use video again, since we're on the video topic all the time now. And video seems to be a hot thing right now in the online space, Facebook and everything. Everything is live videos now. Even the video you're watching now it's video, right? So, I always say, most people are afraid to do videos. So I'll use the videos for example. If you're afraid to do videos, that's the perfect opportunity for you to practice of letting go of your fear by actually doing the videos. When I got started back in 2007 doing videos on YouTube, it took me about 50 takes to actually upload my video, literally. Like I was like, holding my little flip cam. It was a flip cam back then.
Yeah.
My little flip cam that I bought from it was like a refurbished $50 flip cam that I bought online because I couldn't afford, an expensive camera, right? But I worked, I made do with what I had, right? And what I had, access to. And so it took me literally, I held that camera to my, face, and I was just talking to it, and then I deleted it, and I spoke to it, and then I deleted it, and I spoke, and that went on for 50 takes.
Yeah.
Until one day I was like, you know what? Forget that. Just shoot the video, put it up, and just let the universe do its work. And I just did that every day. And then from that point on, I just let the fear go, and I just started shooting the videos. I didn't care how it came out. I didn't care if, my lighting wasn't good or anything like that. I just shot the video and put it up. I shot the video and put it up, shot it, put it up. And I didn't worry about editing or anything like that. I kept it really, really simple. And because of that, people appreciated my authenticity, right? And I was attracting more people by doing that, by not trying to be all this professional and, perfect and all the time. I just let it go and just let it be.
That's awesome. That's great advice, Lisa. I think, I think the results that you have and the results that your team is having, is pretty evident that what you're doing, is working. Just this past, when we were in Austin, about a month or two.
Yeah, something like that. Month and a half, maybe. Yeah,
and I saw, I hit a high rank in our company too, but I saw two, and I've been in the industry for years. I saw two of your team members hitting that very same rank in about a year or less time. So
actually, three.
Three, excuse me. So 3 of your team members hitting the same rank that I was in this same deal, the same company. So talk about duplication. I think you nailed it. I think you've got it. And I'm really excited that we're going to be doing another training, another webinar where you're going to be revealing all of this kind of stuff and how people can experience it, wherever they are, in whatever company there are. So I want to thank you in advance to that. So guys, if that's something that you want to be a part of, go ahead and click the link on this page, get registered for our upcoming training that I'm going to have Ms. Torres back with us, spilling the goods with us one more time. Lisa, is there anything that you'd like to leave the audience with, leave our viewers with?
Yeah, I mean, whatever it is that you're struggling with in your mind about not being able to create success, because I know that's one of the biggest things that hold people back, is that they think that because it's not working, that what they're doing is not working, that it will probably never work. And that's a lie. It's just a lie that you feed yourself, right? Because just because it's not working doesn't mean that it doesn't work. Okay, it just means that you just need a little tweak to change everything in your life. So that's what we're here to give you. Just that little tweak will change everything.
That's awesome, Lisa. Thank you so much for
You're welcome.
Yeah, I mean, you're awesome, and I know our webinar is just going to be off the chain when we get there. So thank you again so much. Guys, if you want to hang out again with me and Lisa and dive a bit deeper so you can start seeing results now, like Lisa and her entire insane team is, go ahead and register for our webinar, and I'll see you over there. God bless. Lisa, thanks again.
You're welcome.